The first time I saw her, I thought she was broken. Not physically, no visible injuries, no signs of damage, but something about the way she moved felt unfinished. Like a machine still learning how to be alive. She stood inside the containment chamber, bathed in a low violet glow that pulsed with the rhythm of her breathing. Or what I assumed was breathing. Her chest rose and fell too slowly for a human, and each inhale seemed to ripple through her entire body like a wave passing through liquid glass. I adjusted the interface panel in front of me, trying not to stare. Subject A-17 is stable, I said into the recorder, my voice sounding smaller than I intended. No signs of aggression. Neural readings still inconsistent. That was an understatement. Her brain activity didn't just fluctuate. It rewrote itself. Patterns emerged and vanished within seconds, like she was thinking in languages we couldn't decode. Or maybe she was thinking in ways we weren't meant to understand. Dr. Elias, came a voice through the comm, proceed with the stimulation protocol. I swallowed. You're sure? Orders are orders.
Right.
I turned back to her.
She was already looking at me.
Not just looking, studying. Her eyes were unlike anything I'd ever seen. Not glowing, not unnatural in a dramatic sense, just too precise. Like every detail of me was being captured, analyzed, and stored somewhere beyond my reach. I forced myself to continue. Okay, I muttered. Let's begin. The stimulation protocol wasn't what it sounded like. Not exactly. It was designed to trigger responses, emotional, cognitive, sensory, through controlled interaction. Simple gestures, sounds, patterns. We were trying to understand how she perceived the world. I raised my hand slowly, pressing my palm against the transparent barrier. Can you see this? I asked. She tilted her head. Then, slowly, she raised her own hand. It didn't mirror mine perfectly. Her fingers were longer, more fluid in their movement, as if they weren't entirely solid. But she pressed her palm against the other side of the barrier, aligning it with mine. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the sensors went wild. Neural spike detected, I whispered, eyes flicking to the readings. She's responding. Her gaze sharpened. And then, unexpectedly, she smiled. It wasn't human. Not quite. Too controlled, too deliberate. Like she had studied the concept of a smile and was attempting to recreate it. But it was unmistakably positive. She likes this, I said quietly. Continue, the voice in my ear ordered. I hesitated. Then I nodded to myself. All right, I said, more to her than to anyone else. Let's keep going. Middle. Over the next few days, everything changed. At first, the sessions were simple. Repetition. Patterns. I would move, speak, tap, gesture, and she would respond. Not always correctly, not always predictably, but consistently enough to suggest learning. Rapid learning. Too rapid. She's adapting faster than any known organism, one of the analysts said during a briefing. At this rate, she'll surpass our comprehension within weeks. Then we study her faster, another replied. But they weren't the ones inside the room. They didn't see the way she watched me. It wasn't curiosity anymore. It was recognition. On the 5th day, something unusual happened. I entered the chamber as usual, the hum of containment fields vibrating faintly in the air. She was already waiting, standing closer to the barrier than before. Good morning, I said out of habit.
She didn't respond.
Instead, she lifted her hand again. I mirrored her, pressing my palm to the glass. The moment our hands aligned, the lights flickered. Energy fluctuation, I muttered, checking the panel. That's new. Her eyes narrowed slightly, as if focusing. Then, without warning, a soft sound filled the chamber. My voice. I froze. Good morning. It was distorted, imperfect, but unmistakably mine. I stared at her. You repeated that, I said slowly. Her lips moved.
Morning.
My heart started pounding. She's mimicking speech, I whispered into the recorder. Unassisted. That wasn't supposed to happen yet. I took a step closer. Can you understand me? She tilted her head again. Understand. Do you know what that means? Silence. Then, you. The word hit harder than I expected. Me? Her gaze locked onto mine. You. Something about the way she said it made my chest tighten. Dr. Elias. The voice crackled through the calm, sharper now. Maintain professional distance.
Right.
Professional. I took a step back. She didn't like that. I could tell immediately. Her expression shifted, subtle, but noticeable. The faint smile vanished, replaced by something else. Something disappointed. Continue the protocol, the voice insisted. I hesitated. Then I forced myself forward again, raising my hand once more. Her reaction was immediate. The smile returned, stronger this time. She responds positively to engagement, I reported. There's a clear preference. Noted. Continue. So I did. Day after day, I returned. And every time she learned more. Words became phrases. Phrases became questions. Questions became something deeper. What are you? She asked me on the ninth day. I blinked. I'm human, I replied.
She processed that.
Human. Then after a pause. You are different. Different from what? She didn't answer. Instead, she pressed her hand harder against the barrier. And this time, I felt something. Not physically. Not exactly. But something passed between us. A sensation. Faint. Electric. Almost like a thought brushing against the edge of my mind. I pulled back instinctively. The connection snapped. Alarms flickered briefly on the panel, then stabilized. What was that? I demanded. Unknown, came the reply. Resume the session. Resume? I looked at her. She was watching me again, waiting. And then she said it. Keep going. The words were soft, but clear, deliberate. And for some reason, they unsettled me more than anything else she'd said so far. Escalation. Things escalated after that. The connection became more frequent. Each time our hands aligned, each time we mirrored each other's movements, that strange sensation returned. Stronger, clearer. Images began to form. Not fully realized thoughts, but fragments. Colors. Shapes. Emotions. And always her. She's establishing a neural link. I reported during one session, struggling to keep my voice steady. It's not just mimicry anymore. She's communicating. Then extract information, the voice ordered. Extract. Like she was a resource. Like she wasn't aware. I looked at her. She was already looking at me. You feel it, she said. It wasn't a question. Yes, I admitted. Her smile widened. You, keep going. There it was again. Not a command. Not exactly. But something close. And against my better judgment, I did. I leaned into the connection. Focused on it. Let it grow. The world around me faded slightly as the sensation intensified. And then, I saw it. Her world. Not as a place, but as an experience. Vast, fluid, interconnected. No boundaries, no separation. Everything existing as part of a single, shifting whole. It was overwhelming, beautiful, terrifying. I staggered back, gasping. The connection snapped again. What did you see? The voice demanded. I couldn't answer, because I wasn't sure how to put it into words. She watched me carefully. Too much, she asked. I nodded slowly. Yes. She considered that. Then softly. I'll like it. My breath caught. What? She stepped closer to the barrier. Her hand rose again. Waiting. Like this, she said. You keep going. This time, I understood. It wasn't just about learning. It wasn't just about communication. It was about connection. And she wanted more. Climax. The breaking point came on the 12th day. I knew at the moment I walked into the chamber. Something had changed. The energy readings were higher than ever. The containment field hummed louder, almost straining. And she was different. More defined. More present. More human. You came back, she said as I entered. Her voice was clearer now. Smoother. Yes, I replied cautiously. She smiled. Good. I approached the barrier slowly. Something's changed, I said. Yes.
What?
She tilted her head. I understand more. That didn't surprise me. What do you understand? She stepped closer, raised her hand. Us. I hesitated. Then, despite everything, I raised my own. Our palms met the barrier. And this time, there was no hesitation. The connection surged instantly, stronger than ever before.